richness of the world. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
Yo! Welcome on back into the dumpster, my lovely little wrecking tours. How we all doing today? Are you guys ready to steal some pizza and go on in more adventures with Liza P? Because the pizza's a lie and I need more. Anyways, hope you guys are ready for that. But before we get into that, we got some games to play. We got some videos. Maybe we watch some videos, I don't know. But we got things to talk about. You know the whole shtick, right? So, shall we get into it? And yes, this is D&B, right? Also, Fluff, thank you so much for becoming a Wrecking Tour. How you doing today, my lovely little Jimmy Wimmy? Anyways, so I need to drop some shiz on you guys real quick, right? I am confused. I'm wondering if maybe I'm weird, okay? So, I got a bit of a story for you. So, I grew up, okay? I grew up on a very specific sandwich. Now, I had my roommate try it today for the first time, and they did not like it. They didn't like it. But for me, I find that it's quite normal, honestly. Time for a new roommate. Okay, chat. We all here like peanut butter, right? I'm glad you like my Twitch profile, son. So, we all like peanut butter, right? Right? Okay, it's mid, but going. Okay, and we all like cheese, right? We like peanut butter, we like cheese, right? Right? like it's just a thing, okay? That if you like you like peanut butter and you like cheese. So I grew up with peanut butter and cheese sandwiches, okay? Now, I know that might seem weird to people, right? Also, hey, Ty Delta, I'm doing good. How you doing, my lovely little Wrecking Tour? I know that might seem weird to some people. Also, however, what kind of cheese? Usually it was either Swiss cheddar or provolone, okay? But I don't think that's that weird, right? Peanut butter and cheese sandwich, if I have to try it. Honestly, for me, it's like putting peanut butter and cheese with crackers, right? I've seen worse in your house.
Interesting, but hear me out. Peanut butter, bacon, and banana sandwich.
Why mayonnaise and Nutella? That sounds weird. Yeah, I really like it, Ty. It means a lot to me to see those freaking sketches. I really do like it. Like, okay, yeah, that's the thing is, I know there's stuff like there's peanut butter and jelly. There's peanut butter and honey, right? I know those are things, right?
I used to melt peanut butter and put it on my burgers.
Okay, I've never heard of that combination before. But peanut butter, bacon, and banana, I don't think I've ever tried that. I could imagine peanut butter and banana working together. Bacon, I don't know. I mean, bacon's really savory, so I have no idea. I was like, Chaos, thank you so much for coming to Wrecking Tour. How you doing? Blah! Blah! But no, like legit, right?
So how about peanut butter and pimento cheese?
Peanut butter and pimento cheese? That doesn't sound the worst. That sounds like it could work, right? That genuinely sounds like it could work. One, too much fat all at once, and two, it really depends on the peanut butter. I mean, I do like my crunchy peanut butter over creamy, right? Have you ever tried ice cream and hot sauce? No. Why would I do ice cream and hot sauce? Why would I do ice cream and hot sauce, bro? Look, I have standards. I'm not a criminal, bro. I have standards. Like...
So there I was, balls deep in some peanut butter, when I thought to myself, man, I'm fucking nuts.
Jesus. Have you tried roasted sesame seed oil? You only need a few drops and it's pure food. Oh, that sounds kind of interesting.
I made a planet named Boreas, after the Greek god of winter. It's a tundra planet where pale blue snow falls eternally, and a common sight is blue lightning, a result of static discharge reacting with the argon in the atmosphere. It's a habitable planet located between Earth and Mars. It has one moon, Chione, after the Greek goddess of snow and ice and Boreas' daughter, and a two-part ring system. Boreas was only recently discovered because it just now came into our telescope's lines of sight.
You know, cool story, bro. Completely off
I knew
topic.
a guy who made peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich that's weird BP, and cheese, not weird.
What a weird deviation from what we're talking about. Like, bro, Sharona, that's cool and all that you made that, but maybe you could stay on topic, you know? Like, everyone else was over here talking about weird peanut butter sandwiches. You're over here talking about lore, bro.
Ooh, some retro news. I got my hands on a copy of Spyro: A Hero's Tale.
Oh, nice. I hope you enjoy it. Also, yeah, but mixing mashed bananas with mini M&Ms into pancake batter, that sounds amazing, honestly. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Like, I didn't know if it was stomach pain or I just developed this really deep pita talks. Who knows? Who knows? Like, for me, I guess it was like a Midwestern thing that I grew up with, apparently. Because every person I have ever come across is, whenever I tell them I used to eat peanut butter and cheese sandwiches, they would always look at me like I was such a weirdo. And I'm like, bro, peanut butter, it's salty, it's nutty, and cheese can be savory, maybe slightly sweet. It's all good. It goes together, right? Like, seriously, it all just kind of goes together, and I really do personally like my peanut butter and cheese sandwiches. Like, seriously, if you want to make me not be depressed, you give me a peanut butter and cheese sandwich. You want me to feel better? Peanut butter and cheese. You want me to have a low spoons meal? Peanut butter and cheese. Like, seriously, something about bread with peanut butter and cheese it's like such a childhood flavor.
Sandwiches?
No, because I don't like pickles. I detest pickles. Pickles can go fuck off. Pickles can be the one thing that go out of this earth. Also, Jay, thanks so much for coming back and doing. How are you doing? Also, you love your ranch? What do you mean my ranch? What? A peanut butter and cheese sandwich to marry you instead of a ring? No, I will only accept marriage proposals in one way, okay? Look. I will accept marriage proposals in one form and one form only. I need that marriage proposal to be done in the middle of a 7-Eleven after someone bought a ring pop, gets down on their knee, presents me the ring pop, asking me to marry them. That is the only way I will accept a marriage proposal, is with a ring pop in the middle of a 7-Eleven. I'm a girl with class, after all. I'm not even joking. That is legit. That is legit.
It sounds like a sin against sandwiches, but try peanut butter and salami on toast.
7-Eleven. Now how to lure you to 7-Eleven.
In the middle of 7-Eleven, yeah, you're deaf a total tomboy.
Yes. Peanut butter and cheese pizza. Oh god, no. Hey Bart, how you doing? Like, look, I know it sounds weird, right? Also, what did you just join into, Sophia? Yes, you joined into chaos. You joined into a tomboy that's a weird tomboy trash pan that's gonna bite your ankles if you don't give me your pizza. Also, Mocha, would a grenade pin work? Also, Jay, yes, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate the support. I said, welcome on in. Thank you so much for becoming a raconteur. How you doing, Jay? You offer pizza? I did offer pizza. What's your point? You offer pizza? Hell yeah, I'll take pizza. You know, here's the thing, right? Also, Pac-Man? Thank you so much for becoming a raconteur, Pac-Man. Just don't need,
Wi-Fi is running slower than mayo. Lasis, molasses, A-syrup, we'll put it there.
It's called molasses, bro. Get it right.
Offer pizza. Saltries, pizza D's nuts.
No, look. You gotta realize, this was a joke that me and a friend came up with years
to be
ago.
fair, there was a marriage in Ohio at a McDonald's in the last week. I mean, if they're happy, why not?
True. Like, no, this was a joke that me and a friend made like a year ago, or not a year ago. It was like, this was like a while back. Like, this was years ago, right? Where we literally had this whole idea of like the most absurd way to get proposed to. My way was getting proposed to in the middle of a 7-Eleven with a freaking ring pop. Because, I mean, if you think about it, it's just kind of funny being given like this little like $2 piece of candy that you get at like a gas station or like a like at a convenience store, right? And it makes so much sense to me. Like, why wouldn't you, you know? Well, they get married yet? No, they did not. No, Pac-Man, I didn't figure you'd be a bot. Why would I think you were a bot? Also, still, thanks so much for coming to raconteur. How you doing? Like, it's just crazy. It's cute to propose with a ring pop. I mean, honestly, that's the thing, is I just think if you're gonna... Sophia, am I streaming on the Purple app? Yes, I am streaming on the Purple app. That is, where I started out with my content creation, so that I can, you know... It's where I do my full-time stuff. That's where I get the majority of my income. I'm trying to expand into like getting YouTube partner, as well as like, you know, I've been streaming to TikTok for like a couple of weeks now, and so, you know, it's kind of cool being able to do that, right? Which would be cool. Unfortunately, I have no pizza to go with your admiration. Hey, it's okay, guy. It happens. But wherever you want to support, whatever's the most comfortable for you, bro. I do plan on doing a subathon next month, as well as trying to maybe potentially partner push at some point in the future, so you know. And also, Nyaka Jackson joined in, became a raconteur. Holy shit, I didn't know Michael Jackson became a freaking cat. I guess that would make sense with the strangest appearance.
Evidently, where I live, it's actually state law that if you introduce a lady as your wife to 3 different people, it makes you legally married.
Important question, what ring pop? I don't think I have a specific color. Like, for me, as long as it's a ring pop, it's fine by me, right? Hell, if you gave me a freaking... Nyaka Jackson. Michael Jackson, you know? You're a good boy, yo. Yes, you are. Like, no, like, legit. I'm one of those people that prefer simple things. Like, I don't need some, like, look, I might seem like a weird girl for not wanting, like, a $10,000 ring. I might seem like a weird girl for, like, not needing, like, a freaking, you know, massive vacation to Disney World just to get proposed to. No, I don't give a shit. For me, if you're already at that point where you're considering a lifelong commitment like that, then it shouldn't matter if it's like a $5,000 ring, a $10,000 ring, whatever. It should matter that the thought counts, that you want someone put the effort in enough to want to actually marry someone, you know? Like, it's the thought that counts more to me than some stupid ring with a piece of diamond on it, you know? I don't need a wedding cake if I'm eating. Oh my god. Dr. Buttered, I'm a good boy. Thank you so much for coming to raconteur. I hope you enjoy your time here in the Dumpster Dub. How you doing? Like, seriously, I might be probably one of the most simplest women when it comes down to it, right? Now, your girly goals, prime tomboy, like, hey, yo. Heck yeah.
Also, if your partner can make you see stars in the end...
I would hope I don't get to see stars. I don't want to see stars. That means I got hurt. Why would I want to do that? Piece of these nuts is all I need. Oh my god, no. No, bro, no. Come on. It's 2 in the afternoon here. Oh god, I'm so sorry for your loss on that. I mean, hey, I guess you needed to sleep though, right? When your head bounces when you blink. I know another VTuber before, she does it so funny. Yeah, my head is set up so that every time I blink it bounces. I think the person, if I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and say it's Rose Doodle, because I know Rose Doodle's model does something very similar as well. I legit wanted to have something that feels like, you know, animated, that feels kind of quirky, right? Also, dear God, it feels like it. You know what? Hang on. Hang on, I'm gonna turn my AC down before I die. I do not want to die. There we go. Okay, I feel better now. I feel better now knowing that I won't be sweating my body off, my butt off. At what most women want these days is a simple girl. I mean, do you blame them? Do you blame them when it feels like you have to basically, like, look, here's the thing, right? I feel like nowadays when it comes down to women and the standards, like, a lot of times it feels like you gotta be like at least an 8 out of 10. You gotta, like, actually, hang on, let me put my freaking, you know, my thing away. There we go. It's like, it feels like if you, and it feels like if you want, like, to date a woman and potentially marry them, it's like you need to be at least an 8 out of 10 on the scale.
Your model reminds me of those games like Crash and Ratchet and Clank.
The home of Liquid
Then I did a good job because that was the idea. It's like if you're trying to date a woman, it's like they want you to be at least an 8 out of 10, make 6 figures, be able to take time off whenever, be a stay-at-home father sometimes, and, you know, at least have 8 inches, if you know what I mean, as well as, like, you know, be willing to just splurge on anything and everything that they could possibly want. And it's just crazy. Like, the requirements are ridiculous, right? It's just absolutely crazy. Whereas for me, I'm literally one of those people. I just sit there and I think, yeah, I think what I want is just to have someone who could play games with me, maybe do a little bit of wrestling, go outside on adventures, be silly, be a little bit immature at times. I don't need freaking any kind of crazy things. I don't need a $10,000 ring. I don't need a $50,000 wedding, you know? Like, yeah, make $250,000. Bro, if you made $250,000, I'd rather you invest it into something that actually makes more money than actually try and invest it in a freaking $10,000 wedding ring, right? And send over a little bit of pic. Oh God, right? Also, cool kid. Thank you so much for coming back into. How you doing today? Yeah, been regular against the short end of the stick. Yeah. Like that's kind of my thing, you know. Is it's like, while I also, by the way, Snowthunder, thank you so much for coming back into. How you doing today? I hope you're finding a good time here, being a lovely little Jimmy Wimmy. You brought pizza, right? Pizza, gave it maybe a custom controller. That's how you went. Okay, to be fair, if you really wanted to win me over, literally my perfect idea of a date is literally freaking Chinese takeout, right? Oh, you joined from the other? Well, hello there from the other app.
So let's get this straight. Your idea of a good time is getting body slammed by somebody. So if you get body slammed onto pizza, does that mean you just pinned the pizza, lol?
Basically, yeah. Like, legit for me, my perfect idea of a date is, like, you get Chinese food, like you have, like, a Chinese takeout, a Chinese buffet, maybe a movie. That's about it, actually. That's actually about it. It's just, like, you know, Chinese takeout and a movie. Maybe some video games, you know? Like, it is a yapping time of day. Yeah, Snow Thunder, yes. So, like, the first hour of my streams are typically yappy yaps, and then the other 4 hours tend to be the gaming games. Also, by the way, King Jeff and shit, thank you so much for joining the Racket Tours. I hope you enjoy your time here. So yeah, like, honestly, that's just how I am. I'm simple. Cause, you know, I don't want something overly complex. I don't think complicated's fun. Like, legit, if I have to sit there, right, and be like, hey. And yes, I could see that, saying it. I could see that. No, it's okay, Manic. I saw it, and I'm, you know, I saw how your day went, but you know what, I'm hoping it's get better, and, you know, you're here now. So, yee. But, like, legit, it's one of the, yeah, there's some asshole out there saying kids should be working ASAP, putting all their allowances into getting passive income. He also claims that if anyone makes $400K a year, which is also $35K a month, they should be ashamed to call themselves human. Seriously? Yeah, like, legit, go to the dojo, go to a sauna, get some food, play some beat 'em up in a co-op. Like, seriously. I have never once understood the need for, like, overly complex shit when it comes to dating. Like, maybe I'm just weird and overtly simple. Like, you could legit tell me we're, like, get in the car, we're going on a 3-hour road trip to some random-ass freaking thrift store in the middle of nowhere that has some really good shit, and I would sit there and be like, bet! Let's do it, bro! Literally, I am a simple woman. I just want a woman that can put up with my simple bullshit. I'm good, you know what? Fair, you know? Like, I'm weird. Alright, if your comments go, hey, Blark, I see your comments. It's just that the Twitch chat's been moving a little bit faster, so I didn't have a chance to see it. I'm so sorry for that, Blark. As soon as I almost scroll up, it was like, Sly Cooper, is that you? I love how that's how I get that, how I get people. So
I mean, simple for me is just enjoy watching YouTube, having some easy food, and cuddling with plushies.
There are a lot of women who will do so much just to make a man feel less than he is. Yeah, there are. There really, really are. And honestly, I don't blame you. You know? I legit I cannot blame anybody here, right? Also, Clay, thanks so much for coming back into it. I hope you enjoy your time here. Like, I legit cannot imagine being that kind of person. Because, like I've had those issues. I've had those people that have, you know, made me not want to date. It's kind of terrifying when you think about it, right? Let's say these women get all mad salty when they land a dude with a deaf stuff who will only feel jealous so they can do more options. They're like, right? Like, all you need is games, entertainment, food, and someone talks to. Sometimes just a simple, for me, right? Like, legit, if I were to go, you know what I would do? Is I would legit sit there. I do have one way of judging someone, okay, chat? Can you guess how I would judge someone? Can you guess how I would judge someone? On if they are worthy for a date or not. Okay, 2 ways. Body smell is definitely one of them. But no, there's one in particular I would do, right? I would legit... Chat, here's what I would do. What I would do is I would sit there. I would come rolling up, hand him a backpack that's like weighing, like, you know, 40 pounds, right? And when they ask what's in the backpack, I tell them to open it up. If they don't get excited and get a smile on their face when they see what's in the backpack, I will instantly say, no, get out of here. Get the fuck out. GTFO, right? Because you want to know... Animation called Milky Way. Yes, I have, Manic. It was asked... I think you asked that a couple days ago. No, it's not a new PC, right? Honestly, you know what? I feel like I should pull it out just so I can show what I'm talking about. Because I feel like, you know, if I don't, it's going to be funny if I don't show what I'd pull out, right? Out of the backpack. Trust me. It's worth it. Hang on. Let me grab it. Just give me a second. I promise you it's worth it. Oh, that's still heavy even for one hand. Okay. That's a little heavier than I remember it, but you know, hey. I promise you it's worth it. No, it is not a portable AC unit. As funny, is it that big? No, it's not that big. It's more of a... Look. Hang on. There you go. That. If I don't see a smile on someone's face when I pull this out, okay? If I don't see someone being happy when I pull this out, okay? How am I filling that in a backpack? A very big backpack, okay? Yes, nice, oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Look, the point is, right? The point is like, this is like one of those things. Yes, at least I got pants on. If he doesn't have freaking... Yeah. Yeah. And back into the corner you go. You're not leaving, right? Where have you been, my child? Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Okay, you got me smiling, seizing tat. I'm going to go EGT some VHS in my nest to took it up too.
So here's the thing, right? Hello, everyone. This raccoon's my wife. Like, Bill, please. I need to take this. I'll play some games on a tiny TV. So here's the thing, right? Yeah, I would basically be like, okay, I have the TV there. I'm also bringing a Nintendo 64, and I'm bringing a Wii that can play that's been soft modded to play GameCube games and Wii games off of a flash drive, right? Legit, that is what I would do. And if you are not prepared for that, if that does not make someone smile when I say we're playing Smash Brothers on a freaking CRT, I am going to be sad. I am going to say, fuck off, you're not the one, bro. You are not the fucking one. I have one of those forearm-sized Sony mini TVs that flip open, right? Would be perfect for my new PS2 Underman, right? Old bug screen tube TVs are great, but you need 4 people to steal them just for the way to load, right? I would be like, how does one play this game? I mean... like, seriously. Like, I legit... When I say I love my retro games, when I sit there and say, yeah, I want someone I can, you know... What's the density of my... What the fuck, bro? I'm back. Have you watched the new Spider-Man movie? I have not watched it yet. Because you got tired of not being allowed to be yourself. You should be able to be yourself, bro. You should be able to be yourself. You know? And you're throwing up. What the frick happened? What do you mean throwing up? What? I stopped even... Wow. Yeah, like, legit. It's just, it's not my kind of game. But I totally be down if that's what the person takes to date. I mean, even if it's not Smash Brothers, there's Mario Kart. There's, you know, you got your Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. You got plenty of fighting games. Frick, you could even do Guitar Hero on frickin', you know, on a Wii, you know? So I had that name and see, oh, god damn it, V, god damn it. Do you have the space for the Fox game? Yeah, I could do the Fox game, yeah. Yeah, in fact, or hell, if you want, I could be like, hey, I got a cartridge with a Dinosaur Planet on it, so if you want to play an unreleased game on the Nintendo 64, we can do that. Or better yet, I got an OG Xbox so we can play games, right? Sorry, but I'm not wrong, fair. We played Mario Kart on the N64 forever. Exactly right. Also, hey, Kat, how you doing? Like, legit, I have that CRT. The reason I have that CRT is specifically for a couple of things. One, it's for retro gaming, because retro games just feel better on a CRT. Two, if I am watching freaking old school anime, I am gonna hook up my freaking VHS DVD combo player, and I'm gonna hook it up into that freaking CRT, and we're gonna watch some good shit, right? Also, yeah, CRT TVs are better for the light gun games because of the way the light was casted out and everything. It's one of those things. So you're getting retro games or retro animes, right? Wait, why my brain is thinking of getting retro games or retro anime on her throne? Ayo, I haven't even thought about putting that on there, you know? Also, Cyclone, thank you so much for coming to RixaraCh. How you doing? Maybe need a CPR. Honestly, one of the first things I did actually do with it was actually try Cyberpunk on a CRT, and it admittedly looks really, really, really good. What was my first anime? Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was my first anime.
Forget the ergo. If you want to find true humanity in Krat, just follow the scent of fresh-baked pizza and look for the raccoon girl perched on the gargoyle with the stolen slice. In a city filled with bloodthirsty puppets, deadly stalkers, and grim secrets, nothing breaks the heavy Belle Epoque tension quite like a trash panda scab girl raiding a ruined bakery, scaling the cobblestone rooftops, and happily devouring a cheesy pie while the world burns around her. It is pure rooftop chaos.
I mean, honestly, it is kind of hard, and also, I mean, that's a fair point, Manic, but, like, honestly, yes, it takes a little bit of finagling to get Cyberpunk to run on a CRT, but when you do, it looks fantastic, right? Knights of the Zodiac, I haven't heard that one. Sailor Gundam Wing, what a time to start falling in love with anime. My second one was Evangelion, so, yeah. But, like, legit, it's, like, it's one of those things, and, like, honestly, I might have high standards, right? I might have high standards for game developers, especially modern ones now. But I am convinced, okay? I am absolutely convinced at this point that if I want my games to look like they came straight from the PS1, PS2 era, that the developers need to work with the assumption that they're working on a goddamn CRT. Okay? Like, I feel like that's, like, such a crucial development tool at this point, right?
So question, but what do you do if you ever see a BMW using a turn signal? Easy. Call the police. It's obviously fucking stolen.
Because no one who drives a BMW, goddammit. it. Yeah. Also, Flair, have I played the Assassin's Creed? I have. Not the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed, unfortunately. Also, Lathan here, thank you so much for coming to RIXARACH. How you doing today? Like, legit, hang on. Like, I want to actually show you guys something I think is kind of crazy, right? And I mean, this is actually kind of crazy because this actually is the perfect segue into what I want to talk about here, right? So, let me pull up something here real quick for you and also give you an idea for some amazing Christmas present. Yo, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, right? There's a lot of good ideas. So, I want to pull up something right here. What's my avatar? It's a raccoon. Based off of the PS2 era. So, something I want to show here real quick is this is a new game that's coming out, right? Now, I want to show you this trailer for this game, and I'll be real with you. This feels wrong to me. It feels too clean, okay? This legit feels way too clean to me, right? Yeah, it needs like some scaled lights. It needs like a CRT filter. Like, it looks cool. Like, it looks like something that I could actually be up into, right? But my problem is this just does not feel like it has, like...
I've been wanting Abyss X Zero ever since I saw the Mega Man Legends aesthetic.
Oh yeah, is that right? Huh. I mean, it looks like the PS1 era, but what I want to do, right, is I'm gonna come over here, right? Now, I'm gonna pull up an app here that basically replicates a CRT, right? Then, where is it? Shader, choose from library, and we're gonna go with... Let's see, which one do I want to go with? There was one I want to go with. I'm trying to find it real quick, so give me a second here. There it is. Okay, hang on. So... Okay. Here we go. Look at the difference when it's put through a fucking CRT filter. Look at that. It's insane how much better it immediately looks, bro. That looks so much better. Yeah, it's literally a world of difference because it blurs the textures. It gives that aliasing back. It makes it look like it actually belongs. Like, legit. This is how, like, it totally reminds me of the Atari Lynx screen now. Hey, yo. I mean, I know it probably doesn't look quite the same on Twitch as it does on my end, right? Would say it looks like, look at their screen door. I mean, okay. I need you to realize, right, that part of the issue you gotta realize is that you're looking at it when it's scrunched down. On my screen, it looks a lot more cleaner, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to put it other than it looks cleaner on my end, to where it's like it's got the right thing. Also, Father Ample, thank you so much for becoming a RIXARACH. You do it, and this is a game trailer for Abyss Zero. I'm fine with the filter, more or less, fair. But it's one of those things that when you really, really look at it, right? Yeah, the video compression messes with it a bit. Yeah, it does. It really, really does. So, like, if I were to sit here and take, like, Mega Man Legends, right? What's gonna be crazy when you look at this, right? Is, first off, hang on. And here's how Mega Man Legends looks by default, right? This is how it looks in 4K. Does that look off to you? Does that look wrong to you, chat? Does that actually look wrong to you? It's a little bright. Yeah, this is how it looks just by default in 4K when you up the internal resolution to that point. Which is insane. Too bright and clean. Now, here's what it looks like with a CRT filter. That's what it looks like with a CRT filter. I mean, granted, the freaking compression sucks ass, but it legit looks like you're watching it on a CRT, right? Like, granted, God, I wish there was a good way for me to explain how it looks. Maybe, actually, you know what? I wonder if using a webcam would actually fix the issue that I'm trying to show. Jesus Christ. Hang on. Okay. So, right here on the webcam, I don't know how well the CRT effect comes across, but here is what it looks like down here without the CRT. Right? Versus what it looks like with the CRT filter. It's a little hard to tell, but you can definitely see like if there's a lot more blurring going on versus down here it's a lot clearer, right? Yeah, the webcam makes it look way better because you can actually see the difference, right? Yeah, the filter does exactly what I say. It's just, it's hard to actually show it. Don't worry, I'm way ahead of you on this. I'm about to share a video that goes along with what you're sharing, yo.
I'm way ahead of you on this. I'm just about to share a video that literally goes along with what you're sharing.
So, like, that's the thing is, like, you know, it's such an interesting quality that I wish, you know, game companies, indies would actually include, like, a CRT filter just to make it look better. Also, Manic, I'll check it in a second, okay? I'll check it if we have time, okay? I could see the difference before. Fair. I just know that, like, I just know that for some people, like, the way it looks on Twitch definitely looks a lot more, screen door effect, right? But at least include it as an option, yeah. At least include it as an option. That's the thing. I really, really do wish that they would do better. And I really think that, honestly, with game development, I really do think that they really should honestly include this, like, they should use this as like a tool so they can actually see how their retro style game is going to look. Because for me, my biggest problem with CRT filtering, or with more specifically with how game companies end up doing it, or indie game developers do it, or retro developers do with their models, is it all looks way too clean. It's way too pixelated, right? Simulate older consoles, you can, yeah. Like, it looks way too clean, because like with this, I'm not supposed to see all the pixels on her face, right? That was never the intended design of the developers. The developers wanted you to be able, you relied on the low resolution to blur things together to make it actually look like it was, it had more detail than it actually did, right? By hardware to simulate that for, yeah. Looks strange in 4K? It does. Like, and that's kind of the thing. And like, if I were to come over here and make something like this, right? Just to show you, if we were to take this sharp image right here, right? We could literally just take a filter, like just take a freaking blur filter, right? And just applying some simple blurring. And all of a sudden, look at the difference. You go from something that looks super sharp and crisp and clean to where now the lines actually look drawn on. They look smoothed out. They look proper. The text actually looks better, and it looks like it's curved because that's how it's supposed to look. You almost want to see the rough edges. You almost do, but you don't. And that's the thing. That's what makes it so crazy. If I were to take another example, let's take freaking, let me see, freaking, yeah, because there's a specific thing I want to take. Where is it? Okay, okay, here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this image right here, right, from Reddit, for Dracula, right? And we're just gonna take it and we're gonna throw it into Krita here real quick, right? We'll just create a new one. Here we go. There. Now, as you can see, that doesn't look great because you're not supposed to look at it like that, right? You're supposed to just, like, if you put in the blur, sure, the blur's definitely not gonna work all the time for this, right? But the whole idea... There we go. There. Look at that. You go from pixelated image of Dracula with beady eyes into, oh my god, he has actual eyes. All of a sudden, the blur blends the colors together. Hell, I even went in and took this sprite from Sonic 3 where Tails is flying the tornado, right? Now, here's what's interesting. If you just take this image of Tails, it's very pixelated, but on a CRT, that's what it would look like on a CRT. All of a sudden, the pixels blur together. It gives detail. That aliasing makes everything look so much better, right? It makes it look crazy. Put a CRT filter over my avatar. I mean, I can. If I promise you, it's not gonna look great, right? Like, if I were to come over here and just be like, look, where is it? There. Like, this is what my model would more or less look like with a CRT filter. I would have to do it over on...
The old style used to rely on the scan lines to fill out the images. On a side note, when we gonna get that Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 stream?
Oh god. So this is like, for if you're actually on the Twitch side, you can see it. If you are not on the Twitch side, give me a second. Hang on. And there's what it would look like with a CRT filter on the vertical version, right? It doesn't look the best because it's kind of weird. I could have applied as an effect at some point, but it's definitely not on my high on my list.
That actually looked good.
That actually looked good. Also, Noah Virus, thank you so much for coming to RixaraCh. How are you doing? The old style used to rely on the scan lines to fill out the images. On a side note, yeah. Like, nice filtering with the model makes me think of PS2 games. Yeah, that's the idea. My model is supposed to feel like a PS2 era model, right? Like, but that's the thing. Hell, even with something like Jax's hair, yeah, this is the actual texture for Jax's hair in Jak 3, right? And then here it is when you apply a blur filter to it. It seems simple. But, right? But it is definitely, when you blur it, it all of a sudden looks a little bit better, right? It looks a lot better, right? And it's crazy. It's genuinely crazy to me just how far it actually goes into all that. You have a few questions, Sammy? Sure. What's up? And also, Humvee, your favorite PS1 game is Legend of Legaia, huh? Is that right? So what I'm hearing, Humvee, depression, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Is I play Friday Night Funkin'? I do not play Friday Night Funkin', unfortunately. Where is it? Hang on. You know, I feel like if I do this is gonna probably make someone extremely happy to see. Would you like to be part of an FNF cover? Oh, that could be fun. I honestly wouldn't mind that. That would be really cool, Sammy. That'd actually be really cool. Look, I have to boot up this one thing in particular just to make someone happy, because if they already know what this is, I had to, okay? It's you, you're happy. Hang on. I bet you I can make it look even better for you real quick. Hang on. Let me take the shader glass real quick, right? There you go. There you go. I'm pretty sure someone is very happy right now. Just looking at it like this and seeing this with a CRT filter on it. And beyond, thanks so much for going to RixaraCh. How you doing today? See? I bet you this is how you know, expected this to look, right? You're feeling old? I mean, honestly, here's the thing, right? You're looking at this through a CRT filter, right? But you gotta realize, if this is what it looks like on a CRT filter, where like the text is actually smoothed out and actually looks like it's rendered properly, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, what if I just come up here and give it to you in 4K. Look at how it looks in 4K. It just doesn't look as good because you see all of the like the little artifacting, the pixels. It just doesn't look as good. It just doesn't. And it's honestly one of those things that it is why it is so important for me, in my opinion, for developers to have that look. Like we were talking about it on the last stream with my model, right? How my model literally is designed with that kind of thing in mind. Because like if you look at my model, right? I'm gonna bring my model up here so you can see, right? If you look, my texturing is not clean. It is not sharp, right? This texturing actually has that blurring effect to try and make it look like it's from a PS2 era. It's not like, you know, the most detailed. It's not the most clean. You can see the vertices on my mouth if you look really closely, and that's done intentionally. Same thing with the hair. That hair texture is compressed. It's low quality at times. It's blurred to hell and back because I wanted it to look like a freaking PS2 era. Not some freaking, you know, character that came from like, you know, a PS5. No. I did not want that. I wanted to feel like I was coming straight out of a PS2 era, right? Also, Hector, thank you so much for coming to Record Tour. I hope you enjoy your time here, bro. How you doing? Like, it also, let's see, different era of games with different text and limitations. They sound their idea of 4K, right? And honestly, you know what? We could make that CRT filter like an actual, you know, channel point redeem rate. But that's just kind of... I'm about to get a Game Boy or GBS for that old PS2. Wait, what's a GBS? What's a GBS? It's a good idea? Yeah, it is. Like, that's just the thing is for me, I really... I'd claim that a low resolution isn't low quality, right? Oh, Game Boy Advance. Ah, fair. Okay. Didn't know, like, because I saw GBS for, like, old PS2, so I didn't know if there was something else, right? But a Game Boy Advance, heck yeah. Like, that's the thing, is, like, for me, personally, I just feel like if I'm gonna go down the route of having... If I'm gonna go down the route of having something, like, that looks like an old-school model... I want it to go the whole 9 yards. I know maybe I'm a little bit too much of a hard ass, right? All I need are the following audio of you saying A-E-I-O-U in your character. Sam, is it okay if I do? I'm gonna do that. I can do that after stream, right? Or tomorrow or something, right? Just not in the middle of stream, okay? Yeah, at least not like PS1 Final Fantasy 7 and old Tomb Raider ends up having triangle. Yeah. Like, that's the thing is, like, you know, for me, I might be a bit of a hard ass where I want people to add aliasing into it, like in the GBS control, aka GBS-C, based on that. Allows you to emulate CRT on modern screens. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty base, bro. Like, I just legit, I'm one of those people that's really a hard ass. If you're gonna try and do, like, retro stuff, I kind of feel like you go really hard into it or you just don't at all. Because I feel like it's one of those things where you gotta really evoke that era. If people can't tell that you're doing a PS2 styled model, you know, if that's not something that pops in their head first time they see your model, you're doing it wrong, I think. Like, legit, because like I have seen people who do that and it makes me sad, right? It makes me so sad. And it's just like, I don't know. And also, say, maybe when I gave it to you, I'd rather record it more high quality, you know, if that makes sense. Like, it just makes me so sad, because I literally, I hold myself to a stupidly high standard, right? I am, like, probably the worst person when it comes down to holding myself to a high standard, right? Like, legit, maybe that's bad that I hold myself to such a high standard, but like I really do think that it's important to make sure. Wait, wasn't your Cy Cooper wife? I'm not Cy Cooper's wife. That'd be funny. That was Carmelita though. I don't know. I really do think that if you're gonna make a model, you gotta make it a little janky. You gotta make it a little rough around the edges, right? PS2 era is good, like OG Resident Evil games, Silent Hill Obscure, all that stuff over modern stuff, right? Right? Like, there's an entire reason why, like, you know, why people, I think, are getting back into this style of art, right? I really do think a lot of people are trying to get the especially indie developers are going into that retro style because they, you know, you're talking about people that want to do that. They want like very specific things, you know, and I get it, you know? I get it. I want a model, but you don't know where to start. I mean, honestly, if you went with a PS1 model, it's actually surprisingly stupidly easy to put together, believe it or not. Considering the fact that most of the time, it's literally blocky textures, blocky designs. Like, the limbs were basically just rectangles, if you think about it. It was like literally like 3 rectangles smushed together to create the style. Like, legit, not even joking, right? Like, legit, right here with Roll's body right here, you could legit be like, okay, let me just pull up Blender, right? And tank controls, yeah. Like, I could legit sit here, pull up Blender, use this, take this cube right here, right? I know, it's weird. I'm taking a cube, right? And also, yo, Amaterasu, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. The name's RixaraCh, leader, and gremlin eater. You know, I'm going to start over. Anyways, hello, Amaterasu. Thank you so much for being that. Okay. Anyways, hi, I'm Amaterasu. I'm RixaraCh, the lovely ankle biter, so please give me your pizza since you rated on in. The pizza tax is here. Anyways, I hope you guys like, you know, crazy, chaotic, lovely little gremlin trash pandas. His here is that Windows Vista. No, it's Windows XP Amaterasu on freaking Linux. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, like, you know, being a part of the Dumpster Dome. If you do like being a part of it, make sure you, you know, drop a follow. Become a RIXARACH today and get yourself an unlimited pizza buffet. You know, if you want to and you want to be part of chaos, you know? But anyways, what were you up to, though? What were you up to? You were playing Minecraft. How is Minecraft going for you? Right now, I was just going to do, like, a quick little show and tell real quick. You already found me? Well, hey. Thank you so much for being here. Alright, so literally, this is all you have to do to kind of, like, I'm not going to make a whole model, but you could legit, I'm not even joking when I say this, right? You could legit sit here, take this whole shape right here, and we'll just drag this out a little bit, drag this down, a little bit like this. Alright, and put that like that there. And then we could come back over here, put this here, put this a little bit in like this right here. All of a sudden, we got ourselves like, you know, a really nice kind of like looking sort of thing. If we wanted to drag it down a little bit more just to give it kind of more of a thing, right? There's that. Then we could come over here, drag this down a little bit more, go ahead and shrink this down just to make it feel like a waist a little bit. Take this, widen it up just a little bit. If we want to add in some extra, you know, depth to this, all you'd have to do is take this right here, right? Add that in right there, like that, right? Then you could just come over here, put this here. We'll edit this up a little bit more, right? And then all you're gonna do is put this like this right here. Then we could just take that, because we're gonna make a copy of it. Then there, because now we just rotated it, put this right here like so. How much for the initial D model? Oh my god. Like, granted, this is just me rushing something and not actually like putting it together properly, but you can kind of already see like how this is already kind of coming together. It's like, if you were to treat these as like sleeves, right? We just drag these in a little bit. Then all you gotta do now, add in another cube, right? We'll add in a cube. Take this, what we'll do is we'll shrink it down a little bit in this direction. Shrink it down a little bit more in this direction, so it's like that. Then what we can do is we'll rotate it by 45 degrees, right? And the reason why you do that is because now it starts to look like actual arms, right? See, it makes sense. So now all of a sudden, if we just stretch it out a little bit more, there you go, stretch it out, we can then go ahead and duplicate it again, put it down just a little bit further, take these two, duplicate it again, drag it over here, and just like that, you already have yourself a pretty decent body, right? Then we can also take this, and then we'll just edit this just a little bit more right here, right? Because you could literally just go and stretch this out just a fraction of a bit more. Drag this down here. Then what we're going to do, actually, honestly, what I would do is I'm going to make this a little bit more proportional. So we're going to put it like that. Then, because what we can do then is we can go ahead, add another cube. And all we really got to do is just put it like so. There. And effectively right there, right alone, right? Look at that. Look at that. All of a sudden now, sure, it's not a perfect one-to-one, but if you look at how it's designed, effectively we could cut it up a little bit more. So like, let's say we wanted to take this part right here and we wanted to make it to where it actually had legs, right? You would just split it in half there. Then you would come in and we'd probably, do I want to do that like that? No. Actually, okay, so what we would do then is we'll come over here, we'll grab this, and we will extrude. God damn it. So legit, now that we got it like this, right? We can just drag this out just a fraction, right? We'll drag it out just a fraction like that. That way we get a little bit more, you know, depth to it, right? Makes a lot of sense. Then we could just put this like this, put this like this. And all of a sudden, look at that. Look at that. And if we wanted to, we could drag this up just a tad more, just to give it a little bit more, you know, depth so it doesn't feel completely wrong. Right? And all of a sudden, there you go. You got a character, it's not like, you know, the most detailed, but you do have something that does start to feel a little bit like a low poly model. And that's all you have, and then, like, you know, you attach bones to it, it gets attached, it does that. We got another one. Wait, we got, oh, what, wait, what do you mean we got another one? What do we mean we got another one, huh? Sated, what do you mean? Oh, full by the bottom, no. But yeah, there you go, like, legit.
Rixa, please teach me your ways. I have been trying to do models for 3 years. And every YouTube tutorial I have tried never worked. If you're willing, can you teach me?
If I'm willing, can I teach you? I mean, I could. It's not really... I'm not really that great of a teacher, right? But if that's something you really, really wanted, you know... And I mean, here, let me show you something else, because someone brought up the whole Lara Croft bullshit, right? Here, if you want Lara Croft freaking chest, right? All you gotta do... Done. Legit, that's all it takes. That is legit all it takes. And if you look at Roll's, like, freaking hands, technically speaking, while you could do it the way they did, if you have the resources, right? What I would do... Okay, what I would legitimately do is I would just get, like, another freaking cube. Right, I know, I'm working with a lot of cubes today. But legit, all you have to really do with a cube is just be like... Wonk. That's legit, technically all it is it's literally, like, just... Technically, it's a trapezoid, technically, so I mean... If you really wanted to, so, like, let me just look at this real quick, let's see... We gotta go boom, 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 boom. Gotcha. Okay. So effectively, what we need to do is come in here and you basically would need... How would I do this? There. Because basically, now that we've got this going on, right? What we can do with that is your base... Oh, I guess I did not... fuck. Shit. Hang on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. There. Put it like that. There. Now that we've got it like that, now what you can do is you would just drag it out, I guess, a little bit, something like that, I think? Hang on. No, because you want it on the bottom part, my bad. Yes, I am a raccoon. Hang on, so I think what I need to do is put ourselves back in this. There we go. That's more or less correct for the most part. Ish. Yeah. There you go. Because now you basically got yourself, like, a pretty simple low poly hand. And then again, we could just go whoop, whoop, and then go whoop, and then we come over here. And then we just need to... There. I guess, Sam, if you need to, yeah. But there you go. Like, that legit is basically the basics of, like, a PS1 body, right? Like, sure, we could take these and then we could go and put, like, you know, make it like simple by putting like, you know, some legs into where the feet should be, right? Like, and you got yourself some legs now. And then all of a sudden now you're starting to get yourself like a basic, you know, I remind you of Michiru? Who's Michiru? Like, look, all of a sudden, there you go. Is it definitely the best? No. Is it something I just did in like 5-10 minutes? Yes. Yes, it is. Like, look. Well, I mean, granted, it's definitely not perfect. Like, I could take one more of these just to, like, be like, ugh. And what we can do here is we can make this into the neck. There. There you go. Oh, Michiru, oh, from B&A. Ah, you know what? You know what? Cool. Cool. You know, I think that's like the second time I've heard that one. That's actually pretty cool. So there you go, chat. There you go. Also, someone asked me a question also, do I take commissions for models? I do not, unfortunately. Like, models are very time-consuming, and I actually tend to be very busy. So, unfortunately, Father Anvil, I don't, sadly. I do also, by the way, I forgot to say, but I do appreciate the, all the little thingies you sent with the name shout-out, the divine fingers, the applause, the travel with me. I appreciate it. So, Father Anvil, thank you so much. Here's a shout-out. I don't actually know how shout-outs work on TikTok. But yeah, like, chat, like, you could basically see that, right? You could basically see that as, like, a PS1 model, like a really jank one that needs some more time in the oven to cook, but you can see it. Like, you could legit pose it if you needed to. It works, doesn't it, chat? Does it work, chat, or does it work? How would you rate it, chat? Would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? What would you rate it? That looks period correct from that time. It's basically it. It's solo poly. I mean, not very far off from looking like Cloud Stripe or Tifa Lockhart, right? Lara Croft out of 10. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, if you needed the shoes, hang on. We gotta do the shoes now, right? Like, at this point, we've gone the whole 9 yards. I might as well add in the shoes. The shoes are the easiest part. You wanna know why? All you gotta do is basically be like, yep. I wish I was joking. That's PS1 new logic in a nutshell. Technically speaking, if we wanted to, because you could afford the resources, you could technically go and hang on. Where is it? Hang on. We just drag it out like this, drag this in like this a little bit, put this in like so, drag that out to give it a little bit more. There. It works. It fucking works. There you go. Gotta get the second shoe in, of course, right? You can't not have the second shoe. There. There. Congratulations, you now have most of the PS1 model. I mean, with the point chest they do. They actually don't say, "Hey Rags, how you doing?" But yeah, there you go. You basically got yourself a PS1 model there. Like, ready to work, ready to bend, ready to move around and stuff. Extremely low poly, extremely lightweight. It needs the head, but we're not here to make the head, right? We're not here to make the head. Oh my god, I can't believe this is that actually turned out decent, right? I legit cannot believe how well that actually turned out. Guys, do I have to? I don't want to make the head. Do I have to make the head? Chat, do we have to make the head? Do we really have to? I don't think we have to. I think I'm okay not making the head. I'm pretty sure we're okay not making the head. I'm pretty sure no one would be upset if I didn't make the head, okay? I'm pretty sure we'd be okay with that, yeah? Yeah. Like, the head would definitely take the longest, because you're basically talking about, like... We'll get to the game. You know what? Here, I could speedrun a head very quickly without actually needing to put too much work into it, so hang on. Because all you would really need to do is, you could just do a square, but obviously, we're not going to make a square, right? Obviously, a square's not going to make the most sense. What you would have to do, seeing as a head tends to be the most complicated of the body, what we can do is we can basically split it up, right? That's what we're going to do, is we're going to split it up. We're then going to come over here. We'll drag this down. We'll basically take these. You could stretch it out just a little bit. These can go up just a tad. There we go. Okay, so there we go. We got that. Then, if we wanted to, if we had the resources, which some people might have the resources, some people might not have the resources, depending on the game load, right? But you would effectively have, like, that's basically the most that you would have. There. Because we did that, and then if we come over here, we can...
Addictive in the mix.
Let's see.
Progression.
Then we can come over here, do this. Drag that in a little bit, not that it matters. Yeah, it really doesn't matter on this part as much, but effectively, that's a PS1 head if I've ever seen one, right? Yeah, that's basically a PS1 head in a nutshell. Because then we just go ahead, we can make it a little bit bigger. And, like, you'd obviously put more details in, right? Like, that would be, like, the main thing, is putting more details in, like, with the texture work. That would be the main thing. Let's see, so hang on. Yeah, there. That's basically what would end up happening. Maybe you put a little bit more like that there. Then I guess technically you could stretch this out just a tad more. Bring these in. Yeah, there you go. Because that's basically what it would be. I'll say, hey, Fluffy Sparks, how are you doing in Paladin? Yo. So basically, that's what you would do there. Then you could add in, like, a mesh, like a cube, another cube. I know, I'm working with cubes, like, a lot. But effectively, at this point, what you would do is, like, let's say I wanted a hat, right? We basically would come in, we'd make ourselves our, you know, our hat. Our hat probably wouldn't be, like, too crazy, honestly. Like, because you'd want it to be fairly simple, I would think, just to make sure that it's not, like, taking up too much, you know, space or whatever, right? There. Then I guess technically you could, if you wanted to, bring this in, bring this in just to make it a little bit more hat-like. If you're trying to like make a beanie like I am, right? There. There you go. There's the beanie. The beanie of death. Then, let's see, hang on. Yeah, no, that beanie needs some desperate help there, real quick, hang on. There. Beanie goes there. It's looking pretty simple. I know it looks pretty simple, right? I will say it looks like robot money. Well, that's because there's no textures, bro. You're not getting textures right now. That's kind of the problem, right? Okay. Because now we need one more cube. Or, I guess a plane. A plane works, right? Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna sit here and we're gonna delete that vertice. And then, let's see, vertex, 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 edge. Actually, hang on. What I want to do is I'm going to cut this. Or better yet, why do I even need to cut that when I can just come in here and then select these two, mesh, merge. There. Because now this basically would act like your hair strand at this point, right? Because all you would have to do now that you've got this lovely little weird plane, you basically would just take it, bring it down, and then... And then... come over here. And yeah, we'll take this one. And then you would just come over here. We'll rotate this. There. Put that there. There. Now that you got basically at that point, you've got yourself like a basic hairstyle. Like, granted, this is like really, really low poly kind of bullshit what I'm pulling right now. And I definitely would put a little bit more work into it if it was me, like, you know, doing this like for real, you know? But like, I think this gets the point, right? This gets to the point that if you were making something retro, it could be really, really, really stupidly simple, right? Also, hey there, Zeal, what's up? So this is fascinating. I mean, this is basically like basic low poly shit. Could I give the hair more polygons? Yes. Am I going to? No, because that's not the scope of this. This is literally me putting something together in like 30 minutes just to see what I can put together, right? Just to show how simple freaking, you know, PS1 era stuff is. Skateboard would go well. I mean, yeah. But, like, that's the thing. Like, with roll here, it's a lot simpler than you might think. Because, like, you've got, like, basically a bunch of triangles and diamonds and pyramids coming out of her head for hair. Her front strand on her face is literally a texture, right? So you could literally, if you wanted to, you could make all of this, blur the texture so it actually feels more like a PS2 thing, and it honestly, it works fantastic, right? It actually works fantastic. It's crazy. The Wii character stand-in looks handsome. But yeah, like, it's one of those things, like, even something like this, right? Like, if you look at Mega Man, he's literally a simplified sphere with some rectangles, with some trapezoids, and that's basically all it is a model. It's crazy to think about when you actually look at it and realize just how low poly it all is. So yeah, and that's my TED Talk. I think I kind of went a little bit insane on the TED Talk, bro. I feel like I kind of went a little insane on the TED Talk. Did I go insane on the TED Talk? I think I did. Holy shit. I'll say, hey, Alex, how you doing? Okay. Wait, so what? I'll say, hey, Junimo, how you doing? How to make blend shapes? Maki, no. You want to learn how to make blend shapes? You gotta pay me for that one, bish. I don't give that information out for free. Look, go to YouTube if you want to figure out blend shapes. I'm not about to sit here and give a whole ass modeling class, okay? That is not the scope of me. I am not a trash panda that teaches. I am a trash panda that freaking steals your pizza and makes you prepare the freaking wing prep. Understood? There'll be a pop quiz later. Okay? These T-Mo seems like it's going up or down. Wait, what? Not teacher, RixaraCh, no! I don't want to be a teacher. I'm not qualified to be a teacher. I'm qualified to steal your pizza, bro. Hey, Buddha, how you doing? Going from Machina to Machina. I mean, I'm just gonna be real here. You know, bro, I'm just gonna say this right now. That, you know, I don't know if I could trust someone with blend shapes if they somehow figure out how to break 2 doors. And that is all I'm gonna say on that. You know, I feel like somehow if you could break 2 doors, you could, then who knows what's gonna happen if I try to teach someone blend shapes. For all I know, I could teach someone how to do blend shapes, and they'll somehow end up in Albuquerque, okay? They'll somehow figure out how to break freaking, no, you know what? If you can break 2 doors with absolute pure force, and you ask me to teach you blend shapes, I'm probably going to be wondering if you've somehow found a way to delete System 32 in the process of all of that. That's the kind of luck I feel like I would be dealing, like, that's the kind of luck I feel like would be there, right? Learning blend shapes. Why is my whole room on fire? Exactly! Instructions on learning blend shapes. Why is my whole room on fire? Instructions were unclear. Alright, guys, alright. Who's ready for some games? Are you guys ready for some games? I'm ready for some games. Okay, let me just check here real quick. I see. Yeah. Who's ready for some games, chat? Who's ready for some gamies? Gamey on.
Machina, it was your problem. It was your fault. So why don't you accept the blame and then go eat a hard, stale, moldy baguette. You're welcome.
All right. If we're here for the gamey games, let's get the gamey games going. Let me just go ahead, come over here. Because this is where we're going to be shifting gears here, chat. So if you are new here and you haven't seen this, the shift, this is where we go from just chatting into game mode, where we're basically going to be going. I'm not going to talk as much. We're going to vibe with the game. I'll talk. I'll answer thingies. You know, the whole shtick. You guys can use channel point redeems to fuck me over. You know, you wanna. So, you know, that whole thing. So, let's Get down to business to defeat the puppets. Did they send me liars when I asked for pizza? No. No? Door Destroyer. Honestly, Humvee, it's a good game. You totally should. You totally should. Also, category changed correctly? Oh, heck yeah. I'm glad to hear that it actually changed correctly for once.
Huh.
Huh, what?
My old collage roommate's uncle wrote that song.
Really, your old college roommate uncle wrote, like, let's get down to business? Interesting. Oh, right, we came back here because we were upgrading shit and getting, like, the Aegis and everything, trying some different things. Because we were showing off, like, how different weapons work when they're actually properly leveled up, right? Also, hey, gamers, don't forget to hydrate, self-care, and it's important to have a level stream. Oh, I appreciate that, Smiley. I appreciate that. And some Simpsons. Wait, what about Simpsons? What? That doesn't even make sense, bro. Actually, also, before we do that, we should probably talk to these guys real quick. Hang on.
No matter what, serving her, welcome to her. This I shall open. No matter what, sir, welcome.
Okay. Aww.
Oh, it's when you reach a certain age. I was the passion of those days. I'm curious what your young eyes see. I still have. Yes, those time. Time. I hope you're making some good memory.
Aww. You know, I like it when, like, you know, like, characters are built like that, you know?
I see you.
Just seeing her be, despite everything, the fact that she, you know, still feels, you know, is kind of crazy to me. She still tries to has hope.
Told you he is the most. Simon, that's why I will help. And Tony, I need me, whatever choice you. I will now, or may, like me, if they get collect gold. Pet care, that's Simon, the king of now.
There we go. Okay, now we're done talking to people. Now we're done talking to people. Okay. Anything else here? Oh, well, I mean, I guess there's more stuff in... I guess there is. That's the dignity of an aged dowager. Yeah. Honestly. God.
No trouble at all.
Can backseating affect level ups? I mean, it technically can, Bard, yeah. It technically can affect my level ups, you know?
I always welcome.
Because the whole idea behind backseating is it's meant to make me invest in vigor. Okay, bro. Okay. I don't know why you need me to invest in vigor. Bro, why do you need me to invest in vigor, huh? Why do you need me to invest in vigor, huh?
Now to drown my upset tummy in fried dumplings.
Without me? You're not gonna share any of those fried dumplings with me, bro? Really? I mean, more stamina. I guess more stamina is a good thing, technically speaking. Do we hunt more stamina, though? Cool. I get a whole 2 levels in my Congratulations, I only had 2 level ups for Vigor, so there you go. I invested in Vigor, technically. That counts, right? That counts, right, chat? Right? Right, chat? Does that count? I think that counts. I actually think that actually does count. Wait, where the frick am I going? You accepted fair. I mean, honestly, it feels like you don't even really need to put that much. Okay, honestly, chat, I really feel like they did not say a number, so any investment will count. Yep. Also, hey Dante, how you doing? Like, legit, I feel like with Liza P,
a gift for a rescuer from a technician girl.
It really feels like, you know,
you're a worthy hunter.
That Liza P, you really don't need to level up Vigor, or you don't really need to level up your stamina or your life, do you? Like, if you're good at the game, I should preface that by saying, like, if you're good, because, like, granted, my vitality is at 17, technically speaking. 20 is like the most you probably need. Have I gotten the military shovel yet? No, I have not gotten the military shovel yet. I didn't even know that was a weapon, if I'm being honest with you. Like, seriously, that's a weapon? Like, that's actually, alternatively, you must only invest in Vigor until someone else backseats. No, that's not how that works, bro. That's not how that works. Come on. Oh.
Hello, Milo. Clapping is... it's good to feel alive. Hello, my only friend. I see now. Hello, Milo. I see now. I may not be able to cry.
There we go. I'm vitaling your current playthrough so I can do a build with it. I mean, I don't remember what the soft or hard cap is in Liza P for weapon damage or for stats in general. I don't think it's that big of a difference. Oh, hi. Hey, buddy. Ow.
Only souls like I play nowadays is Code Vein, which you only up your level, and it auto does stats.
Honestly, yeah, with Code Vein, I feel like it's honestly probably really easy because of that alone. Because no one actually has to really worry about, like, you know, mixing and matching stats, which is admittedly kind of a useful thing if you're not wanting to try and figure out what stats do what and how things scale with what thing, you know? Like, that makes complete sense, you know? Okay, so first off, I want to take that freaking thing out. That way it doesn't keep, you know, nearly killing me at the same time. Yeah, I wanted to get that tower taken care of first, because that's going to be obnoxious if it keeps attacking me in the process. Because these things here, you know, Dark Souls and Elden Ring does things in the same way. Leveling 1 stat gives you little in defense. Yeah, like, that's a thing, is, like, you know, sure you can, but there is a point, right, where you need, like once it starts only giving you, like, 1 EXP, that's when it kind of stops being, you know, fruitful, right? That's kind of the whole thing. And oh, right, because we have to go through this entire area first before we can take that tower thing down. Which kind of sucks, honestly. It makes it kind of difficult when you want to actually like, progress this area, but you can't. Or is there actually a way for me to get up there? I don't think there is. No, wait, there's gotta be a way, because that gate opens up, which means there is a pathway to get up there. Yeah, there, over there, I see the bridge. Oh, take care, Kanashi. No, because I'm pretty sure... No, actually, you might have to go through that other... Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, in Elden Ring, health is definitely way more important just because of how health works. And yeah, no, like... I keep forgetting corruption also eats up your weapon durability. It does, but not nearly as much as it could. Yeah, because I see the bridge over there, and I know there is a higher point that you can get up to. I just don't think... Yeah, because there's not anything else we can do. Like, these guys, each of them give, like, a quartz, which is definitely helpful. Says Poopaget, my favorite weapon. Honestly, if we're talking about just pure raw damage, right? Break all the boxes before you destroy. Wait, what do you mean? Like, if we're talking pure raw damage, then yes, it's my favorite weapon. If we had to talk about my favorite weapon in general in this game, honestly, God, it's hard. Like, I want to really like the wrench. I really like the Puppet Ripper, because the Puppet Ripper's fun, but the Gunblade's also fun, right? The Puppet Ripper's a lot of fun. Oh, use the Ballista. Oh, they do? Okay. Is it any good loot? Do I actually want to care about the loot? I don't think I want to care about the loot. I think the loot itself is kind of mid. You still have your cursed Puppet Axe Dagger? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Unfortunately. On your left eye? Yep. Wait, really? You didn't notice that? Wait, chat, how many of you guys actually noticed, like, the freaking scar on the freaking left eye? Did none of you notice that at all? Also, I got to the part where I can unlock the DLC. I'll buy the DLC speedrun the Gunblade. Honestly, the Gunblade is probably one of the best weapons in the game. Boy. God, I love it when that happens. I love it when they just fall down to their death like that. It's so silly. Maybe the wrench needs a better handle? Honestly, I feel like the wrench could definitely use a different handle. Like, I feel like what could help is actually studying what the wrench's original handle did and what the wrench originally wanted to do, just to see how the wrench was supposed to intentionally work, right? I mean, a big screen, so seeing in like 1920 by 1080, yo. Did you get the booster blade? I think I did. Yeah, that's like the one thing that makes the wrench boost, right? That's like the whole reason someone does that. Okay. Oh boy. There's no reason that should be as funny as it is, but it is. But hang on. Because I want this save point before I die. Like, I don't want to keep dying. I don't want that to be like my legacy with Souls games. I die right before the next checkpoint, okay, chat? Okay? Like, as cool as it is, there's something, like, that's very disheartening. That's depressing about being like, hey, look at how much progress you made. It'd be a shame if you died. Use the plasmite special. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Here we go. Here's the plasmite special. So jank. It's so jank. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's... I hate it so... Oh my god, toss the puppet axe on the shovel's handle. That's the best reach. Wait, really? Okay, let's actually, you know what? Let's theory craft here real quick. Let's actually do some theory crafting on this shit, because I'm kind of curious. Because I want to assemble a weapon, so let me look here real quick, because the wrench, right? Let's see, it does damage reduction while guarding, okay. Gather your strength for a strong hit, hold down the attack button to activate a stronger attack, okay. Then you have the wrench handle, right? Which is a strong forward slash used immediately after guarding to attack for more power. So it's meant to be for more defensive attacks, like, without parrying. Which is interesting. Okay. Huh. Let's see here. If we do Fury Slash, that doesn't do much. Endure is not great. Yeah, they really like their Endure as a stat, which isn't great at all. Okay. What if we take the electric handle, pair it with the wrench, right? I think that actually has some potential there. Because if we we're going to swap it around real quick, right? And in fact, I'm even willing to go and upgrade it a little bit just to see how it looks. So we're going to go back to Hotel Krot so we can actually upgrade the wrench head. Because honestly, while I think that that the wrench head itself does have some sustainability, I think it's not I think that the boost handle, while also good, isn't exactly as good as it could be. I think that it has the wrong direction, right?
Really? Gloves seem to lock. I will hang. I know my way around a weapon.
All right, so let's upgrade the weapon. We're gonna upgrade this here. There we go. So then we're gonna alter the handle, which we can do this. It'll put advance up to A. The problem is the wrench head doesn't actually scale off of that. But motividity would actually help it a lot. So yeah, let's put it up with that. I think that can actually work out really well. So I like where that's going. I actually like where that's going, right? So now let's go ahead and try this, right? The handle only affects the scaling. It affects the scaling, but the thing is that the wrench head itself isn't set up for that. Oh. A DM check? Sammy, I don't check my DMs during stream unless it's like really important, just because I don't want to interrupt the flow of the stream. So, I know you're trying to DM me for, like, the FNF thing, but I need you to be patient, okay?
You're bad. It's a necklace. Many are you. I haven't.
I need you... I need you to be patient, okay?
You're changing. If this is what you want, you might just hold whatever choice you...
The twink got twinkier. You're damn right the twink got twinkier. Pretty soon he'll just be nothing but a freaking cream-filled puff of twinkiness. Alright, let's actually go ahead and do this. Yes, Sammy, please do. I know you're excited and everything, but... like, I like to try and keep the flow going, alright?
Oh my, you're the king of puppets. I'm glad you're growing. Be wary of D. I can't remember, like, forget. I know you don't ask me about it. Find something. This is the band root. Cry many.
Alright, here we go. There we go. I don't think we have any reason to do that, so... okay, we actually need... I think what we need to do now is I really want to see how this actually works, right? Like, did we accidentally put something together that could actually work?
No matter what, serving welcome.
Surely not.
At the house of Master that. At the house of Master.
Oh, that's a heavy roll. Oh God. Okay. There. We'll just run with the one there. Alright, let's try this. Let's actually try this on some of the enemies here, because I am genuinely curious, because this feels like it has a lot of potential. This really feels like it has a lot of potential, and it could be my favorite weapon combo here, right? So let's actually see. Let's actually see how this works. Alright, buddy, you look like a fun experiment. Yes! Oh my God, it actually works. I did do a crank on it. I forget which one I did. It is slow as heck, but that's just because of the wrench head. But that is genuinely beautiful. Holy shit. Guys, who needs the boost handle, right? Who needs the boost handle when you can just sit here with this? This is... Hang on. Mods and Sammy, can you please take that out of the chat so we're not like the vibe? That's a weird vibe to be sitting here, you know, arguing about. Okay. Okay. Ow. Okay. Shit. Shit. Okay. Look. Let me put it like this, chat. Sammy, I'm gonna ask you that you need to chill on this. Silver, Sammy, take this either to DMs or something else that we're not seeing an argument in chat because, dear God, no one needs to see an argument about frickin' artwork in chat, okay? There's so many better ways to handle this. Alright. Okay, guys? Chat, can we all agree on that? Can we all agree on that? Because I'm like, I am half tempted to time you out, Sammy, because, dear God. Whoop! There we go. Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if you could actually parry the ball? Could you imagine if you actually parried it? Like, I feel like that would actually be kind of...
Look out, Boulder.
I feel like that'd actually be impressive if you were able to actually parry that damn thing. Like, I doubt it's possible. Okay. Okay, I think we may have accidentally found an actually decent weapon combo just based off of how it works alone. Okay, that was close. There we go. That's all a lie after all. I mean, the only lie here is the fact that I was promised pizza. There was not there!
You lied to me. And for that, I will make you regret your life choices, motherfucker.
There we go. Now you just need to compare it to the shovel. I don't even know where you get the shovel, admittedly, okay? Like, as cool as the idea is for the shovel, like, where the frick are you supposed to get that? Oh, that's a big boy. Hi. Well, that made short work of the bear. Holy shit! The audio's a bit out of sync again? Okay, hang on. There, that should fix it. That should fix it. Dear Lord! I wasn't expecting this to be that strong. Like, did I accidentally create mass destruction? Did I create a mutually assured destruction weapon? What the frick, man? What the frick did I create?
Her face when the new toy hits just right.
Alright, mods! Go ahead and ban the freaking single lord. Seriously, Sammy, I'm so sorry that you've got to make it all about yourself, but bro, you're acting really sus. And I'm guessing it's because a girl has never touched you in your life, so get wrecked, nerd. Get wrecked, nerd. At this point, but yes. Okay, you know, Satan, I'm not one to really sit here and grind, though, okay? You know what? Hang on. I'm gonna do something real quick, just for my own mental sake, right? Okay, chat. Let me ask you this. This is the art in question, okay? This is the art in question. I don't know if that's... I legit do not know if that's AI or not. It could be AI for all I know. It could just be like some pit crew thing, honestly. It kind of looks like a pit crew thing because like I see like some lines underneath, but yeah, it kind of looks like a guy online thing, honestly. Like, bro, Jesus, Mother of God. Swear to God, people, like, seriously, I don't get, what is it with people and feeling like they need to be like that, you know? Like, seriously. Actually, you know what? This is the perfect enemy over here to really test this out on. Here we go. Ow. Never mind. Fuck you, Rags. At least I don't see the AI sheet. I mean, that is true. God.
Hey, adorable dork. What do you get when you mix a rat and an elephant? Oh, who fucking cares? It's irrelevant.
God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, seriously. Seriously, also, you wanna know? I can't
Stop there, motherfucker! I was being not able to correct batch, and so as a result, I'm fucked.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Hang on, real quick. Someone said on TikTok that my freaking gremlin voice would mean that I would be fantastic at being like a metal singer or like a freaking screamo singer. Do you think that's the case, Chad? Do you think I could actually pull that off? Ow. Try, what would I do? Like, be like... I don't know how to do it. I've never tried it before. And yes, for real, someone actually said that, right? Someone actually said that, and I don't know, like, I don't even think, like, I see get some Behemoth songs and try to do karaoke. Seriously? I don't even know. I don't even know how that would work. Bonk the shit out of everything. You're damn right, I'm gonna bonk the shit out of everything. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I don't like the begin. Alright, alright. Fuck. Damn. I can't see you doing that without freaking out or what. Like, be like... No, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it. Now I feel performance anxiety trying to. I don't, like, don't you have to, like, you know, go, like, really open up your throat really hard, right? Be like... I can't. I can't bring myself to do that. I can't, no! I'm too embarrassed to try. I'm too embarrassed to try, honestly. And honestly, yes, this monkey is my least favorite enemy, honestly. I hate it. Okay. 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 So this definitely has its gimmicks for sure. To become an apple farmer, now he's whining about how much work it is, so I just told him to grow bear. Oh my god. Like, honestly, this isn't the worst weapon combo ever. I feel like there's room for improvement for sure by leveling it up more. Oh, hi. I really don't know what he was thinking that was gonna work on me, but it wasn't. Yeah, with the throat, more diaphragm. Oh god, yeah, like, honestly, well, that worked. Like, honestly, I've never been one to try and sing with my throat. I've always sung with my diaphragm, usually, you know? It's like, try to do like a whole... You know, like, that whole thing, like, going into my throat kind of area feels weird, you know? Being like... I don't know what to do. Yeah, no, it feels weird. It feels wrong. Like, legit, I don't know how to describe how wrong it feels. It's a great way to clear the throat out, I'll say that much. Definitely a great way to clear the throat out for sure. And I guess the sinuses? I don't know. I don't know. We'll call you raccoon throat singing. You mean like that? Like that, chat? Like that? Or not like that. Honestly, I'll believe it or not, I've never really listened to metal. Metal was never really a genre I ever tried to listen to, you know? I know that probably sounds weird. I know it does, but honestly, Ever heard of skate punk? No, I have never heard of skate punk at all.
Whoa, an earthquake. That came from the direction of Krot Central Station. Oh, this could be bad, pal. Really, really bad. Hey, I know how this. You wouldn't happen to know a treasure hunter named? I plan my expeditions. All I can do. Life is short. All I can do is keep. You and unlike that, I know. The those out. Life is all I can do. Life is all I can do is. My treasure. You know what?
Interesting. What about industrial music? Nope, never really heard industrial music either, so it's kind of interesting, right? You would think. You would actually think, but no, I haven't. But speaking of things that I have or have not done, you know what I need to do? I need to take a sweet little pissy piss break. That's right, chat. I need to be a piss baby. So I am gonna leave Laria in charge of the lovely dumpster dome until I get back, because I really do have to use that bathroom, and trust me when I say it is, I really need to go. I really need to go. So let me get that words on stream, pull it up so that no one causes too much of a chaos. Be a raccoon, use a bottle. Bro, I'm not no freaking Amazon worker. I have standards. I'd rather pee in a cardboard box before I go and pee in a freaking, you know, bottle. So get it right, bro. Get it right. Okay, I shall be right back. Have fun. Alrighty. I'm back. It looks like people are good. Wow, Lael, you did a really good job making sure no one caused any chaos. I'm so proud of you, Lael. I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job. So good. I'm actually surprised. May you offer a kitty? I suppose you can offer me a kitty. Don't know what I'll do with a kitty. But, you know what? Here, we'll, actually, you know what? No, we want more capacity, I think. Like... Also, let me just turn net off. There we go. Damn. You know what? Hang on. So someone said the shovel was back on, what street was it on? It was on, it was over here in the Mausoleum District, right? Because I don't remember where the salesman was that sold it. The shovel. So, like, chat, for those of you who played this game, where is the... Oh, that's a problem. Hang on. There we go, fixed. I was like, hey, Cakes, how you doing? Merchants are in the hotel. Well, yes, but there was a specific merchant with for the shovel, right? Chapter 9 is where the shovel is? Oh, okay, so we don't have to, right? Okay, so we don't need to traverse back there. Okay, if that's the case, then we're fine. Until 2 weeks, hopefully it doesn't, you know, take too long. God, okay. I feel like we should upgrade this weapon at the very least, just to see how it does. But I do think we need to take this back to Hotel Krat, and we do need to upgrade it a little bit more, because I don't think we're gonna do nearly enough damage, right? Because the next boss that's coming up is the Eldritch Horror. It's the one I got stuck on my very first playthrough about for 3 hours. Chapter 9 in the apartment sold by the black market merchant. We're not even in Chapter 9, so we're fine then. We got some time.
I know my way.
Yeah, because this needs that. Yeah, we need more half moons, actually. Does he sell half moons? I think he sells half moons. No, he sells that stuff. So I guess there's not really any...
I always... There.
Yeah, there's not really much of a thing as far as where the glaive is the best weapon damage-wise, is it? No, I'm not gonna get the quartz he sells because I don't think we really need the quartz that he sells right now. Like, I do want to, however, get these right here, right? And let's see, that enhances guard performance, acid, electric. Because I definitely want that. There's a freaking pistol. I'm gonna grab that at the very least because that just looks funny. Hang on. I need to see what this. It is a model made entirely from scratch Lechium. I did start out with a Vroid though, so okay, this is funny. Hang on. Okay. Oh my god, a new way to just say screw you, bro. Hang on. Its motivity is a B. Its technique is D. That's slash attribute. Oh god. Oh god, imagine. Could you imagine? That's DLC. I don't think.
My way around a weapon.
Hang on. We need a motivity crank. And that could increase it, but I don't know if that handle's worth the change. God, that is so freaking funny. That is so freaking funny. Man, like him, you know, honestly, I do think it's impressive what people can do with B-Roy nowadays, honestly, you know? Alright, let's see. Is there anything I'm not using here that I could just toss casually? Granted, I don't really use... Let's see, removes that. That actually is useful to hold on to. Yeah, like, there's not a lot that you get that you really need to trade, which I think is interesting. But what I will do... Yeah, I think... Hang on. Yeah, because this next boss we're coming up against, fire is definitely going to be more useful of a weapon than anything else. And then I think I want to increase... Do I want to increase technique? I think I want to increase technique. Like, I feel like increasing technique is just going to be more useful in general. You're relatively new to it, so people say I'm good at it. I've seen what people do and saying shit. Yeah! Yeah, no, like, the thing is VTuber could be a really good start for a lot of people. It's just that it sucks because it gets looked down on a lot because of how, you know, low poly it is. But honestly, I think it's a good starting point if you're willing to put in the elbow grease with it, you know? Hell, I freaking think Booth has some good assets for it. Anyways, though, okay. You guys ready for this boss, chat? You guys ready for this boss? That my build is totally not... Actually, my build is not really built for this freaking, you know, pipe wrench build. I mean, it kind of is, but it's kind of not. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? I feel like we can handle it. I feel like we can handle it with this build as it currently is, right? Let's do this. Let's do this. Besides, what's the worst that's gonna happen? It's gonna kill me? Oh, fuck off, Plasmite! Fuck off! No, 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 no. Why, bro? Why? That thing's not even ready, bro. That thing's not even ready for this. That's fucked up. Right at the most. You know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna waste a summon because I know how this is gonna go. I know how this is gonna go. Plasmite special, my boy. Alright, let's see if this even works. Yeah, nope. Also, Oddworlder, thank you so much for becoming a raconteur. I hope you enjoy your time here in the dumpster dome. How you doing today, my lovely little Jimmy Wimmy? You could just burn the life to spite me. I mean, that's basically what I did, bro. That's basically what I did, was burn the life just to spite you, okay? Because goddamn, I'm not about to try that. No. Like, I did at least give it, you know, the good old college effort. Okay, let's actually... Yeah, this should be fine. Well, actually, we'll put this over here. There. We'll put that there. We'll put the lantern there, because honestly, that's all we really need to do. Yeah, this should be fine. I know you redeemed no dodging, Elfin, and I wasn't dodging. I legit was not dodging during that. I was dying, and now the 2 minutes are up, meaning it's fine to dodge again. Because I get to dodge the allegations of having a skill issue. All according to Kakakadori. And I have no skill issues, so you have no proof. Followed on TikTok the other day, came up on your feed all over. Say, yo, really? Huh, I guess TikTok's doing its job then. Alright, let's do this. That life was burned? I mean, it was. I wasn't burning it because of the no dodging, though, okay? Just don't get me wrong on that. Damn it. Okay. Game remote engaged. Let's do this. Gotta get that gamer lean going. Is it backwards or forwards for the gamer lean? I'm not sure. I think it's forward, hunched over like a hobgoblin. That's how it works, yes. Alright, let's do this. There we go. Hey Cinnabon, how you doing? To try hitting them harder. Oh no, thanks for that. I'll try doing that next time. Holy shit, I can't believe I did that. Holy shit, I can't believe I actually did that on the second try. Wow.
The last hero weapon is in my hands.
Did I accidentally actually make a really decent wrench weapon? And yes, did I see that it did. Like, this feels like a surprisingly good weapon that we made.
You'd do it. I got what I wanted, thanks. I knew where it was, but I didn't dare. You have my thanks. And you've earned a nickname. See you at the hotel. Thank you for your... Let's go back to the hotel. Thank you for your... Let's go back to the...
Huh. Yeah, this weapon is actually surprisingly decent. Like, it's definitely not, like, the best that it could be, right? But I feel like it could be a lot better, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. It makes me wonder if there's a better way to go about this. Actually, I know how we can make things better. Right? You know how we can make this better? Hang on. Let's assemble a weapon. We're gonna use the drill bit as a tip, right? And then let's take, you know what? We'll take the city long spear, right? Yeah. Oh, that takes the slash down. We want slash to go up, don't we? Huh. Oh, wait, no, that's just where it is, generally speaking. Okay, so if we do it like that with this, right? Okay. Then we can alter the handle of that, right? Ooh, we could do that, or we could do that. Okay. I know this is a bit stupid. I know this is a bit stupid, but at the same time... Perfect. Perfection. Hang on. What even is that doing? Let's see. Increases critical hit chance temporarily. Increases attack temporarily. Oh, hang on. Ah! Oh my god, that's perfect! Hang on. Have you tried the circular saw aesthetic spear combo yet? No, I have not tried that yet. Hang on. Hey, we gotta upgrade this one. Like for real, that actually seems decent. Damn, not enough hidden moons. Fuck. Fuck. I need more. Okay, we'll buy these from him. There. Looks like meat's back on the... Look, we gotta try it out, right? We gotta actually see how it works. There we go. Because I sense potential in this weapon. I genuinely sense potential.
Whatever choice you...
The only question is if it is. Also, oh, take care, Humvee, and make sure you bring pizza next time, okay? Alright, yeah, like that actually just straight up feels so freaking good. Like, seriously, you have no idea how good that actually feels. Pizza with anchovies? Why anchovies, bro? Alright, this one needs 3. Let's see. Yes, we'll do that. Then... Okay, yeah, we'll do that. And then do we want anything else over here?
Ma'am, you have made the Druckery Impregnator 9 billion.
The Druckery Impregnator? What do you mean impregnator? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? No, this is not my first playthrough, though. Okay. I think what we want to do is I'm gonna go and do a boss, like, rematch the Parade Master on difficulty 1 just to give a real feel for how this weapon feels, right? Because I think these boss rematches are a really good way to actually experiment and try these out, right? So here we go, here we go. Alright, buddy. I've got a freaking screwdriver on a freaking stick and it's gonna be great! Oh shit, hang on. Parade Master, I probably can you just kill me real quick, please? Please, 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 please. Thank you. I forgot to equip Fable Catalyst, admittedly. I forgot to equip those because we kind of need those if we want this to actually work properly, you know? See, like, how it actually works when you know, increase the crit and the damage? So hang on. Okay, so we want to equip, where is it? That's the Legion magazine. There. Okay, let's try this now.
Did you know in terms of human companionship, Flareon is the most huggable? Long story short, it can control its body temp to make you comfy, has lots of fluff, has invulnerability to emotional damage thanks to its 110 special defense stat, and can use charm or baby doll eyes to cure your depresso espresso. Oh, and you can get Vaporeon pregnant.
Okay, this actually isn't turning out nearly as bad as I thought it would be, you know? Like, granted, I think with the right build, this could definitely work, I think. I would say, like, you would definitely need to respec for this to actually do its most. Yeah, I definitely think I need to respec for this to get the most use out of it, right? Damn, yeah, it definitely needs you to respec. For sure. So, like, I'm kind of curious to see how well that actually works. My only problem is the final boss might actually be a little bit too fast for slower weapons, though. Because if I remember, slow weapons are kind of awful. So, hey, SCP, how you doing? So, yeah, let's end this real quick, because I think we've got an idea going here, chat. What do you think, chat? Do you think we actually have something cooking here? Because I feel like increasing the crit rate definitely helps. I really do. Whether or not the handles it is a different story? Yeah, because it definitely wants physical attack. It's more on the stabby end, right? The pistol rockets definitely, I mean, it does motividity. This is on technique. Honestly, hang on.
At the house.
They do have a motividity crank here, which definitely would help, I think. So what can we sell that we don't actively use? There, because then if we purchase the motividity crank, right? Because I got an idea, right? That needs more ergo, but that could...
You could sell Prom. He doesn't get used much.
God damn it. What the frick, man? We don't sell people around here, bro. What makes you think we sell people around here? Come on. Do I look like that kind of person that sells people? Alright, let's try this with its proper handle. Well, no, then again, I really like the freaking concentrate. It's just that the motividity is so ass. I mean, there is the puppet axe, but that's slash, which doesn't help. There is the booster glaive handle, but that doesn't help. There's the acidic, but that's advanced, and again, we want... I mean, damn, yeah, you know what? Let's try it like that, like as it was originally intended. Let's see here, and then we'll alter the handle. There. And then we'll change our stats because our main weapon we've been using with the wrench here now, like it goes motividity and advance. This works with advanced as well, so yeah, okay. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna respec real quick, and I think I know how we want to respec, okay? I think I know what's the perfect way to respec. So we'll reset our level. It sucks. There. Vitality we'll put up to about there. We'll put our capacity there. Yeah, we'll put our capacity there. There. Because now that should be more in line with what we want our weapons to do. So now, since we're not using technique, that is useless to me. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we can give this weapon a real shot, right, chat? What do you think? I don't even know how this freaking screwdriver weapon will actually do. I don't even know if it's all that great. But I get the feeling that you know, honestly, it has... I get the feeling it has a lot of potential, and so going against the Parade Master is definitely the best way to test it. Well, what do you think, chat? What do you think? What do you think? Think this is actually a good thing to try? You think this is a good weapon? Or do you think it's kind of a mid weapon? Alright. Let's go for this. Let's do this. Hey, Kinby, how you doing? There we go, okay. Yeah, the heavy weapon, right? A game you broke. How was it broken from GameStop? What the frick, bro? Like, I think the thing that makes this weapon so awkward is that its heavy charge requires that you attack for a little bit with it. Yeah, no, like this, it feels weird. I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I want to like it, but I also can't like it. Like, it just feels like it's missing something that could truly make it good. Like in most cases, because of how, like, these work, right? Considering this is technique in advance, sure, we're not using motivity on the acid sphere, but then if I take this right here with like this, I think the wrench actually has a shot. Cause like, watch what the wrench is gonna do to this boss. I feel like this wrench is going to absolutely shred this boss, you know? Yeah, look at that. Look at how much that freaking health bar is getting shredded. That's insane. Yeah, no. This wrench, we've created a monster with this wrench. This wrench is a... This wrench is a fucking monster. What if we create, chat? Chat, I think we've actually created... I don't know if this really compares, like, to the boost handle. Like, I know people say the boost handle is, like, the best handle for the wrench, but I disagree. I disagree. I think with how fast bosses move in this game, you don't want the wrench to be like that. This honestly, to me, feels good. This feels like what it was supposed to be. I mean, honestly, sure, maybe it's not a speedrunner's favorite weapon. You know, honestly, speedrunners can go fuck off. You know?
I found it'll always remind me. Let the punishment fit. A great weapon. Oh, one time. What is this weapon? A great weapon.
Let's see, and then this. Fury attack dodge available. Interesting. Huh. And then there's the 2 dragon sword, which seems decent enough, but eh. Like, honestly, I feel like what we got going on here isn't bad. Like, sure, I know it's definitely probably not the best, but honestly, at the same time, isn't best subjective when you think about trying to build something that, like, just sort of works, right? Because, like, I think, like, the part of the problem is, like, the whole min-max thing doesn't exactly help. Because one person's min-max do practice a lot. It's not fair to compare a normal player's weapon to speedrunner, but that is true. That is absolutely true. Like, honestly, a speedrunner's weapon, I can see how it could potentially work, but it's definitely not up there, right?
And all I can do is... that's when I was hurt. But in times like anyhow, take this in return.
Best of way certainly can be different, yeah. Because here's the thing, sure, for a speedrunner, you know what, let's put it like this. A speedrunner, can we all agree, chat, on this, right? That a speedrunner's best weapon is different than what, like, a regular playthrough's best weapon is? Can we agree on that one, chat? If you can, press 1. If you can't, press 2. Because obviously the acid spear is just overpowered, but... Because let me ask this, right? Let me ask this, chat. If the speedrunner... 12, fuck off. Like... Hey, Jax, how you doing? Like, if the acidic spear is such a broken weapon, why is it not a speedrunner's choice of weapon? I would think that a speedrunner would love... That also, by the way, the Australian mode got fixed. Like, I would assume a speedrunner would love the whole aspect, right? Because its status is too slow. Is it? Really? Speedrunners really think the status of the acid spear is too slow? I mean, I guess I could see that, but I don't know. Huh. I don't necessarily think its status is too slow if you, like, you can build it up quick, you know, but... I guess... Oh, hi. Jesus. You know, the precise metric that you're trying to minimize time. That is true, yeah. Damage over time, that is a good point. And I guess, like, technically speaking with, like, the electric, right? Electricity does do a lot. Because, I mean, electricity is really, really good at increasing the damage that you can do, right? But I guess it really does just depend. Plus, of course, you need to remember the most important part, just because something is better doesn't mean the alternative is bad. That is true. I guess I'm so used to just seeing, like, you know, whenever I do see builds, like, they try to say things like, is, like, the most broken thing. Like, with Elden Ring, it was like, Rivers of Blood is the most broken. No, actually, the scythe that does, like, freaking, you know, whatever the black flame damage is like, the best weapon in the game. Like, it feels like everyone has such an interesting opinion of what is versus isn't, you know? And that's not a bad thing. If anything, I find it quite interesting that that's how people actually feel about that stuff, because it means that everyone has a different opinion, which is kind of nice, honestly. It kind of makes it fun seeing how people feel about all of that, you know? Also, I'm gonna get too much decay buildup, aren't I? Yep. River Blood was very broken before it got nerfed. Yeah. Yeah, Rivers of Blood was really broken, and it's still, honestly, I feel like even after its nerf, it's still an incredibly broken weapon, you know? I feel like Rivers of Blood is one of those weapons that is just was built way too powerful. The new speedrun tech you skip the Parade Master Door Guardian? Seriously? How? Or aggro enemies at a distance. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Alright.
Did you feel that? An ergo amplification effect coming from Krot Central Station. I wonder if the elephants supplying something again. Please investigate that area.
Wait, you can go out of bounds in this game? I didn't even know that was possible. I thought this game was actually put together pretty well to avoid that exact thing. Hey, buddy. Boop. And boop. Honestly, I have to say, this weapon taking basically everything down in, like, 2 hits is actually, in my opinion, pretty decent for the most part. Like, sure, it's definitely not, like... It's definitely not as fast as it could be, but then again, so our slow weapons are usually not. I'll say, hey, Earth Prime, how you doing? Alright, I forgot that's a thing down there. Man, it's a good thing I can just skip over all of it. Actually, I'm kind of surprised. I don't think I ever... Cost to acquire, and what is that, the time or whatever? Oh, cost to acquire, that's a fair point. Okay, time to run. Time to run. Time to not deal with that bullshit. Run. Oh, thank fuck. Okay. World record is 42 minutes. I could not imagine doing this game in like 42 minutes. That sounds genuinely awful to try and pull off. Like, how someone even do that? Of course, the DLC's not included. No, that makes sense, right? I could not imagine beating this game in 42 minutes. Like, that sounds like a level of hyper optimization. Because you're finding so many specific ways to skip, you know? Jesus. Like the black guy in Scream said, run, bitch, run, yo. You skip like 90% of the game, five bosses. I mean, I guess you'd have to know exactly where to skip, wouldn't you? Damn it. Yeah, you'd really have to know where to skip. I don't even know where you would even go to skip half that stuff. That would be crazy. There we go. I mean, at least on the bright side, we're in a new area, so it doesn't take that long to get through all of this. There we go. Show Prom the MPEG weapon. Which one's the MPEG weapon? Are you talking about the Plasmite special? Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about the screwdriver thing? Oh, the piston. Ah, yes, Prom. We got a weapon specific. I was going to say specifically for you, but I got interrupted. Hang on, we got a weapon specifically for you. See, here you go. Look at this beautiful weapon. And all the damage it's about to not do. Okay, that's perfect, actually. Oh my god! Wait, why do I need to turn a light on? Why do I need to turn a light? Oh, you mean the lantern. You mean the thing I never turn on because the game's never dark enough for you to really need the lantern? That lantern? I mean, I guess I can. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget that that's even a thing. Alright, let's see how good this actually is. Okay, that's kind of funny when you just walk right into the enemy and they just die because it's constantly spinning. Damn. There we go. Okay. Let's actually try this properly. Yeah, it's definitely... It's not as good as I thought it was to just, like, walk up. I'm thinking what you do is you mix it with the crit damage. Yeah, you mix it with the crit damage. Jesus Christ, this tight little space does so much damage for no good reason. Oh, that was just for a rating thing. Also, remember that you have consumables for a place like this. That is true, and I will proceed to never use those because I don't believe in consumables. I believe in a world without consumables, in a world where you can have no skill issues just because you don't decide to use those, you know? That's the kind of world I believe in. There. Okay, yeah, enough with this freaking stupid-ass weapon. It is not doing what I need to do. Also, hey, Auntie, thank you so much for coming to RixaraCh. Hope you enjoy your time here. How you doing? Yeah, no, the RixaraCh, the freaking trash panda here, does not agree with this weapon. You know, the cannonball last time to proc the staggering bosses? Okay, the cannonball is a different story, okay? Right now, we are not using the cannonball. Right now, we are doing something else entirely. Hi, buddy.
You got this.
Nope, I do not got this. It was at this moment she realized she, in fact, did not have this. Alright, let's lock the freak in here and get through this real quick. Actually, we did unlock a shortcut, so maybe we don't have to get through it as hard as I think. There. Okay. Alright, was that so hard, Gabe? Was that so hard? Did you really have to throw an enemy at me that was gonna do bullshit like that? Probably not. Were they going to anyways? Probably. Do I care? No, because they're dead. Okay. Because I know there's at least one... Yep, there it is. There's the enemy I absolutely hate in this game. Oh, you're not fun at all. I guess I gotta try you at least once. Ow. Yeah, I forgot about how bullshit these enemies are. I forgot about how absolutely absurdly strong. You know what? Honestly, Chad, I could be wrong. I feel like this thing should have a health bar. Like, you know, this should be a mini boss, right, Chad? Right? This should totally be a mini boss for this area, because it doesn't feel right that it has so much health and they don't make it a minute. It's not a skill issue. It's literally that it feels like it needs that, right? You like to throw shot putts until they drop? Yo, I mean, fair. But no, seriously, Chad, would you agree that that enemy in particular needs like a health bar? Because I think it does. Has the size skill? Oh, fuck off, bro. Fuck off. I do not know. The Aegis does help a little bit. Yeah, the Aegis definitely helps. Also, thank you so much for that posture check. Also, what is that amulet? I don't think I've ever gotten that one. Damage inflicted on humans. Interesting. I could see that being useful, but because I think we are coming up on an area where we are going to be fighting more humanoids. But I don't know if that's actually that useful. Like, I don't think it's that useful. Is it that useful? We're honestly not. I don't think. Yeah, there are still humans. They're, I think, yeah, I think there are, yeah, because we are coming up on them, because, like, I mean, first off, we'll unlock this shortcut first, because that feels more productive than anything. But I do think the area we're going into is going to have more, right? It's definitely worth a hot swap for sure. No, alchemists I think do count, right? Those, I don't think so. The Fable slot thing, I don't think it gives nearly as much of a boost as I would like it to. Try the circular acidic spear combo. See how you like it. Okay. Let's see. There's the acidic spear, and then we need the circular. I don't think it's gonna work that well. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna work that well. I mean, it does. I don't have anything built into advance, so it's not gonna do nearly as much as I would. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I'll see how it actually feels, because it's definitely weird. It's a weird combo.
You lost, little man. Hand over all you got. Welcome to the city of the future. And the future is death. Feelings on the rich.
Yeah, I don't. No. Hey, wait, Husky boy. Oh, you meant the other way around. The circular saw head on the spear handle. Oh. Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I was going to say that the acidic spear on the saw handle doesn't seem like it's doing nearly enough to, and also that's also not leveled up, like, at all. Oh, there it is. The biggest so I think the biggest problem, right, is the saw blade, right? If you want to see what counts.
Check Mod's desk if you want to see what count as humans, enemies, and lies of P.
Okay, that makes more sense. So it's kind of there. So, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I think the problem is that because the acidic spear is a stab and not a slash type damage, it doesn't do what you want it to do, right? Because it's not built with it in mind, and so it actually gets a disadvantage, I want to say? Like, it does work. It does work, so we'll see. We'll see how this actually, you know, stacks up.
You luck, little lamb. Hand over all you got. Welcome to the city of the future. And the future is death. You ought to get to the meeting.
Yeah, go for it, gamer. If, like, one of the mods can whisper you, that'd be great.
You ought to get to the meeting. I want to die.
Okay.
I just wanted a full belly. That's not so long.
I feel like it works. So I think that the electric saw with the spear handle, the poison spear, does work. I think the biggest problem with it is that the handle itself is built for stabbing, while that's built for slashing, right? But it does work. I think it does work, and it does, and that was unupgraded, yeah. So it could be better, and also gonna head out. I'll take care, bro. Let's see. I am curious to see how the saw blade would work if it was upgraded properly. Like, it probably would have handled that way better, you know? We just don't have the materials to upgrade it, unfortunately, which sucks. Because I think if it wasn't for that, I think we would be honestly quite fine, I think, right?
If you have it, I recommend you put the saw blade on the Spear of Honor handle. Heavy attacks and the handle's special attack are insane with it. Normal attacks aren't bad either, but no matter what you look like, a try-hard psycho using a pizza cutter to murder people...
Hey, listen here. When you love a Spuds pizza as much as I do, pizza cutters become a weapon of mass destruction. You sharpen that to make that pizza cut smooth. You sharpen that pizza cutter to make your enemies fear you at night. It is the best weapon for both the kitchen and for your foes. Yes.
Honestly, like, do we even... I don't even think we have the honor handle, so it's kind of hard to, you know, try something we don't have, right? Like, let me just check real quick if we actually have it. Yeah, we don't have the honor one. Also, how topical, I use my sword to actually cut your pizza. Yo, you forgot to buy a pizza cutter. You know what? Valid. Valid, bro. Valid. Or not a vocation. Yeah, I'm not about to go back to the arcade anytime soon. That place sucked ass. That place... The Coil Mjolnir is in this area. Fair. I want to fight these guys. I don't think I want to fight these guys because I don't know where the weapons are that were high. Oh, there's the Coil Mjolnir. So what was it that the Mjolnir head that was supposed to go with? Like, it was like the Mjolnir head plus what is it supposed to go with? The point they gave is to not die, but seeing you kills the soul. Ah, I see. You're right. You're absolutely right. My skill issue really does kill the spirit of the game, doesn't it? You know, I need to get my souls back first. That's kind of the problem, right? But I guess we could try and put the weapon together real quick at the very least. So do that plus this. Okay. How the frick is this gonna work? There's no way this is gonna be that good, right? So what makes this so good? What makes this so good? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Like, maybe I just need to level it up some or something? Like, I mean, obviously we need to level it up first. That's the first thing, right? We gotta level it up first. That's the first thing. Because I can't imagine, like, I'm struggling to see the value of this head right now. And I think it's just because you get it and you need to level it up right out the gate. So, I mean, we can check. I think we have to buy some of these resources, right? There, that's the first thing.
I know my way.
There. Now we've got it upgraded, right? So in theory, now that it's upgraded, it should do a little better, right? In theory? Hopefully-ish. I mean, it's still... I feel like a lot of these weapons are really good for, like, handling one-on-one combos, but not, like, multiple.
It's the Coil Mjolnir's Fable art that does it. It makes you feel like Thor.
I know the head always has value, doesn't know what we're talking about, just doing fair. So if it's the Fable art, but the Fable art really takes a while to recharge, though. I mean... Okay. Because I don't want to waste it on this enemy. It definitely does not... It is definitely not a speedy boy, I'll say that. And it's not great at building up the damage like I would want it to. That's it. That's it? It's more of a meme weapon. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't feel particularly Thor-like. I feel particularly fuck off with the weapon-like. Like, dear God, that was disappointing. That was genuinely disappointing. Wow. Huh. You know, more power to the people that like it. Okay, make sure they get one reason is for helping verify if the redeem I sent is too mean, and I feel like it might be timed out of chat. I don't think you'll be timed. You're fine, gamer bro. Did someone trick to using a meme weapon? Yeah, that's basically what ended up happening. It's not a bad meme weapon, it's just not great. Ow. Lords of the Fallen pre-nerf just filled with the news. Yeah, if that's one thing I will give Lords of the Fallen, you know, credit for, at least they reduced the amount of enemies that you had to deal with. Because, dear God, I feel like sometimes, like, chat, I don't know if it's just me, but does it feel like sometimes Souls games just think that difficulty means ganking you with a crap ton of enemies? For absolutely no good reason. Like, just, here's a bajillion enemies. Why? Because why not? I feel like that doesn't make the game itself difficult, right? I feel like all it does is that it's difficult, but not in the good kind of difficult where it's a challenge. It's difficult for the sake of difficult, right? Like, if I wanted a game to be difficult, I would totally just... I would just want the developers to give me an actual challenging enemy, rather than giving me an enemy, than giving me like 10 enemies coming at me, right? That's like my biggest issue. Alright. Damn it. Okay. All right. Ow. I know that there's really no reason for the enemies to be like this, but that still doesn't mean it sucks having this many enemies in this area, you know? Jesus. You know what? Fuck it. We don't need to beat that guy. That guy doesn't need to be beat. No, I don't have any ranged weapons. Actually, if I think about it, technically speaking, they don't introduce ranged weapons really, like actual main ranged weapons, until like the DLC actually, where they give you like a fucking bow and arrow. Outside of that, your ranged weapons are basically, you know, consumables. Which is kind of weird. Makes me, yeah. That's all. They don't give you... That's what's weird, is it's the fact that they don't give you, you know, I thought you had a cannon. No. No, you don't get a cannon, I don't think, until the DLC. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Correct me if I am wrong on that. Am I going into the DLC as soon as I can? I don't see why not. Damn. Complete and a complete game will play, yo. Ah, Jesus Christ. I forgot, like, just how many absurd. The range weapon is part of the arm. Oh, right, that weapon, right. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of the ranged weapons in this game, right? There. Yeah, it is. The ridge is still slow no matter what. It sucks. Because, like, the enemies here are just that much more... The witch is up next. Oh, no! Please tell me you're not saying what I think it is. You're not telling me it's that witch, right? Not that witch, the one that freaking kills me. And please tell me it's not that witch. I think you're right. No, Gamer Bro, I know that it's basically the entire regular, like, you know, Souls-like strat, right? Where you do, like, 2 hits, run away, 2 hits, run away, 2 hits, right? The thing is, I have never been one to be good at doing that strategy, right? That strategy and me, we don't get along. We really don't get along. Have you noticed that me and that strategy do not get along? In fact, dare I say that strategy in of itself is probably, like, the bane of my existence, admittedly? Dare I say that strategy does not play in my favor? I face take everything. Ooh, hang on. Oh, there's the shovel. The shovel isn't like an actual good weapon, right? It's a meme, right? Right? Okay, so the shovel is a meme weapon. Okay. Oh wait, no, you were saying the witch is up next. So, chat, for those, its better uses for its handle.
This used to be the workshop's transportation base close to Krat's central station. Maybe that's why the puppets were so hell-bent on attacking the place during the frenzy. But I didn't see it myself.
Man, if that's the case, what does it do?
So let's add that earthquake to our list of strange and bizarre happenings in Krat and we'll keep moving.
Shovel wrench? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Let's take the wrench head and grab the shovel handle. Sure, it's not doing much with stabby stab, but we're not really trying to be stabby stab, so you know, it does use technique though. That is the one downside. And my technique stats are how you say dog shit. I mean, are there that many enemies that you really need that long of a range for? Toss the puppet axe on the shovel handle and you deal insane damage with it. It's fantastic. Also, Bard Wolf, the problem is it's not about... The thing is, it doesn't change the speed, right? Because I could try that, right? On the... What was it? On the buzzsaw handle. What was the name of the buzzsaw? There it is. Like, it still swings slowly. It's still a slow boy, sadly, see? It's just the wrench head itself is such a heavy head, right? That it moves slow in general? Yeah. Yeah. That's the problem with it. Like, what I'll do is, I think we can respec, because I'm not particularly liking this stat layout that we've got going on. I think we could do better. Yeah, it's even slower than a normal wrench, yeah. That's kind of the problem. That's why I think respecing is probably going to be better. Damn, we can't even because we need 2 more. We don't have enough for that, damn. So we can't respec even if I wanted to. Huh. Well, that sucks, because we basically just gotta wait for the tree so we can actually try it, so... What we could do... I don't wanna do that with the military handle, though, admittedly. Not until we can actually, you know, use advanced, because advanced is just a really strong in this game, right? Also, hey, Trixie, how you doing, my lovely little Jimmy Wimmy? Okay. So let's try that again. Yeah, because until that tree's bears the fruit 2 more times, it's just not gonna be worth it. Yeah, we put a booster on in Plasma, and it's just the problem is that the tree still is gonna take like 20 minutes before we get 2 more. Yeah, no, Jesus Christ, like, definitely way stronger when you actually have, you know, when you actually have the proper stats to handle that shit, you know? All of a sudden is a massive change, right? Have a pocket poop stick? Yeah, I mean, but we still need to advance, though. That's the thing, right? We still need advance for the poop stick to be, you know, effective. And until then, we kind of just don't really have the same level of effectiveness that we need it to have. Oh shit, I forgot about how close that actually does with disruption. Honestly, instead of that... There. Ow. Okay. Okay. You know what sucks, chat? You know what really sucks right now? I am... You know what? I hate to say it. I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but you know what really sucks right now? I have a massive headache because of the weather changing. Like, the weather rapidly changed. Like, literally, over the past hour, I've been getting notifications for, like, a severe thunderstorm, right? And because of how my sinuses are, unfortunately, yeah, it's internet. It's just a thing. It's just my sinuses being silly. It's a part of it. You know? Like, honestly, I feel trying to push through it is, I feel like trying to push through it, you guys could probably tell, right, chat? Chat, are you guys able to tell that I'm pushing through it a little bit? You're just allergic to living? You're right, I am allergic to living. Isn't it sucky? But no, seriously, chat, can you guys actually tell that I'm pushing through? Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, like, if you can tell I'm pushing through it, cut the feed if you need to. Like, I'm thinking I need to, because it's like one of those headaches where it kind of makes you feel a little bleh, you know? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? But I would have, like, chat, tell me, like, go rest, you think, chat, okay, I'll go rest. But first off, I want to know, chat, were you guys able to tell? If you were able to tell, press 1 in the chat if you were able to tell that I was kind of, like, pushing through some shit, you know? One? Okay, we got 2 people. 3 people. 4 people. Fuck you. I tried 5 people. Wow. Okay, you know what? Okay, so chat, before we go, because it says, you know, I feel bad for having to end an hour early, but you know what? Before we go, right, we got a couple of things we still got to do, right? First off, if you are new here, okay? If you're new here, let's hope that Kentama actually decides to work. If you're new here, make sure you join into the hideout. That way you can take part of the community night, stay up to date on all the lovely adventures we're going on, as well as any kind of other crazy shenanigans, you know, because we do community nights on Mondays. But of course, as well, tomorrow, we're going to be back with Jak 3. I don't know if we're going to finish it up or not, we might. But if you like seeing retro games, modern games put together, you're here for the good time, you might as well drop a follow if you haven't yet, you know, because we have a lot of fun. And, you know, us doing Jack 3 tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun shenanigans. And until tomorrow, I've been your lovely little anchor biter of the Dumpster Dome, signing off, alright? So take care. And also, make sure to copy the raid message that either Sainted posts or I post. That way we can give whoever we raid the best raid possible. Now, the real question is, who are we raiding? That's the real question, chat. Who are we gonna raid? Will it be you that we raid? Will it be, the pantry that we raid? Yeah, who are we gonna raid? Who are we gonna raid? Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sure, why not? We'll raid Kizun and Kip. It looks like they're just doing some chatting and reacting stuff, chat. All right. And bye-bye. No, he's not followers on you. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow.